Yo, 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 this is Bastian from clickdo.co.uk and BossLifeHacks.com, and today I'll tell you a little bit about why you should stop eating so much all the time. I'm here in beautiful Amsterdam right now, and I really like this city, okay? It's an amazing city, like you have to come and see the energy yourself. I can't even tell you about it, it's so good. And yeah, today we'll talk about food, about fasting, which is not eating for longer periods of time. I'll tell you a bit about the benefits of fasting, how long it's been around and why you should definitely do it, and then give you a few tips on how you should go about it, all right? Alright, so what you should know is that fasting has been around for thousands of years, okay? Fasting is as old as the humanity itself, okay? We were literally built to fast, okay? Fasting is around in all the major cultures and in all the religions, okay? So fasting is definitely, it's been around and it has its own purposes, okay? Like even a mini fast you do every night, okay, when you don't eat for 8-10 hours, whatever, okay? So like fasting, like your body was developed for fasting. Again, in prehistoric times, okay, people would not eat for like several days, then they would like stuff them with all the food from the mammoths and shit, and then they wouldn't eat again for some time, okay? So fasting definitely has been around and it's nothing new, okay? The only trick, however, is our Western society. Fasting is all of a sudden bad, you know. Don't let the poor little kid, you know, go 5 hours without food. Otherwise, he'll only be like slightly obese, not super fat. It's like, it sickens me when I see it, okay? Like we should eat every hour of the day, all these commercials and everything. No, it's totally cool to not eat for some time, okay? So to just try to describe how a fasted state looks like, okay, you've probably experienced it before, okay? It's the feeling when, you know, sometimes like you're super hungry, like you want to eat everything, but you're just busy, okay? You're doing something. And after a while you notice that the hunger kind of just goes away, okay? And then from time to time you still like remember, oh, I'm hungry, but it's not that bad as it was before. Well, basically that's kind of a fasted state, okay? So you've been in it before, you do a mini fast every night. It's nothing alien, it's been around and it's completely normal and healthy, so definitely check it out. All right, so when and why to fast, okay? One of the things you will see when you're fasting is when you're in a fasted state, your mind is slightly alerted, okay? So you can get a lot of things done, okay? You won't be sleepy, you will have a lot of energy and mental focus, okay? So the perfect thing to do when you're actually fasting is to focus on your other areas of life, okay? As long which is connected to that, you won't lose time with preparing food, cooking food, cleaning the dishes, eating, okay? So you can use all that extra energy and time you have to actually get things done, okay? Another really good use of a fast is just before you're getting sick, okay? You will see that in animals all the time as well. When an animal is about to get sick, they simply stop eating, okay? Which means that your body has then the extra energy because it's not digesting stuff and assimilating and whatever. It's actually trying to heal yourself, okay? So instead, when you're becoming sick, instead of like eating like the worst or sugary foods and all that stuff because they just destroy your immune system even more, just like stop eating for some time, okay? And you'll see how you will regain your health back, okay? All right, so what actually happens when you are fasting, okay? So usually the fasting kind of starts in medical conditions after about 8 to 12 hours after you stopped eating your last meal, right? So after that, basically your body enters a state that is called ketosis, okay? Ketosis, whatever it's called. And that means that your body starts to burn fat as the primary source of fuel, okay? The good thing about it is there's no mood swings or no insulin like crazy shots up and down, okay? You're kind of calm, okay? Another thing which starts to happen then is your body slowly starts to detoxify, okay? Your liver and all other digestive organs are all the time busy like digesting food and all kinds of like shit you do, like cigarettes, drugs, whatever bad input you put into your body, okay? So when you stop eating, you give your body a little bit of a break so it can actually deconstruct and throw away the toxins that have slowly accumulated in the body, okay? That's one of the things. Another thing that fasting will do, it will normalize your hormonal levels, okay? So there's these two hormones that are called leptin and ghrelin, okay? Leptin is, he's the doer that's like, it's the satiety hormone, okay? So if you eat some food and then you feel full, leptin is basically responsible for that. And then ghrelin is responsible for the hunger hormone, so that hormone tells you, okay, you're hungry, dude. The trick is, for example, when you eat like fructose or like a lot of sugar, okay, sugar overrides this hormone. So even though you're actually full, sugar overrides the leptin hormone and you just feel hungry, okay? If you do that for a prolonged period of time, you may catch diabetes, depends which type, and like you just fuck up your hormonal balance. So when you're fasting, like your hormonal balance goes back to natural levels, to nice levels, okay? So next time you eat a meal, you will feel like you won't feel hungry anymore. Also your insulin response will be proper, okay? So all kinds of cool hormonal balances. Another hormone that is positively affected by fasting is the HGH, okay? The human growth hormone. It's like people say you grow taller when you sleep. Well, there's a reason for that, because human growth hormone can only be released when you're in a fasted state. So whenever there's insulin working, so whenever there's any carbs or sugars in your process, like you can't have the human growth hormone, okay? So that hormone will as well get boosted by the fasting. All right, so once you decide, okay, fasting seems interesting, I might give it a try, how do you go about it? First of all, a word of caution, fasting is not the best way to lose weight, okay? So please don't try that. Usually, if you fast for whatever the amount of time, you will firstly only lose liquid, and any other like weight you will lose after will probably come back, or even more will come back. So fasting is not the best way to use weight. The best thing to do is exercise and get your nutrition done, okay? I've made some videos about that as well, so check them out. All right, so how to go about fasting? The easiest thing to do is to follow something that's called intermittent fasting. I do it as well, and it's basically just means you periodically fast for like certain amount of hours, okay? Now, a good thing is like about 16 hours fast, so it's actually really easy to do. For example, let's say you eat your dinner at 8 p.m., you go to sleep at 10 p.m., something like that. You wake up at whatever, 7 a.m. Only thing you do, you skip your breakfast, okay? You just drink coffee or maybe some tea. Make sure you don't have any sugar, because that will break your fast, okay? So basically the next meal you want to eat around 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., okay? So something like a very early lunch or like brunch or whatever you want to call it, okay? If you eat it at 10 p.m., that means you will have completed a 14-hour fast. At 12, that would be a 16-hour fast, okay? And again, in that time, maybe you will feel a slight hunger, but it won't be terrible, okay? It won't be anything crazy, maybe very slightly, okay? And that hunger, again, is good because it means you will be alert, okay? You will have a lot of focus, and surprisingly enough, you will have energy, okay? So you will see you can get a lot of things done during that time. And then from 12 to 8 p.m. you have this nice 8-hour period of window when you can eat as much as you want and like, well, preferably clean foods, but you don't have to control yourself, okay? In those 8 hours, you need to pack in the same amount of calories as you would otherwise in the whole day, okay? A couple of questions people ask, yeah, but can I exercise fasted? The answer is obviously yes. There's some researches done that like you even burn more fat if you exercise fasted. Another thing that you can do if you don't want to do every day like this mini fast, you can just decide once a week. You can do a 24-hour fast, so just like you eat your dinner, preferably light, not too big, and then you just don't eat next day until dinner again, okay? There's also like 3-day fast, 7-day, 10-day, whatever the amount of days. If you go on a longer fast, make sure you have some experience, okay? Maybe talk to a doctor, okay? Research that shit, do some smaller fasts before, and then you can even do a longer one, okay? Then you need to keep in mind on how to break your fast with, you know, fresh vegetables and fruit and all that kind of things. But for this shorter like fast, like you don't need anything, you can just do it. Your body was made to do it, all right? All right, so a short recap, okay? Fasting or not eating for certain periods of time has been around like forever, okay? Humanity has known it forever. Your bodies are made to fast, okay? There's all kinds of positive things related to fasting when you do it, like detoxifying and cleansing your body, more mental alertness, you have more focus and energy and time to do things that really matter. You will normalize your hormonal balances, like the human growth hormone, ghrelin, leptin, better responses to insulin as well. Like you can even use fasting if you're about to get sick as a prevention tool, okay? So there's all kinds of benefits connected to fasting. The way I fast, I do intermittent fasting when I don't eat for 16 hours. So basically I just skip breakfast and then I eat for 8 hours. But you can choose any other fasting as well, okay? Again, this was Bastian from clickdo.co.uk and from BossLifeHacks.com. I'm here in beautiful, beautiful Amsterdam, okay? The city of bikes, weed, hookers and amazing people, okay? I really like it. Come and check it out. And yeah, definitely try a fast, and peace.